UFC 317, Ilia Topuria versus Charles Oliveira. These are my full card predictions and breakdown. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm excited for this card. I think it's going to be a banger all around. And let's jump into the first fight of the night. So first fight of the night, we got Niko Price taking on Jacoby Smith. And in this one, I'm going Jacoby Smith all day. I think Jacoby Smith, his boxing, he's got tight boxing, good stand-up. He's got a lot of power in his shots. And I pretty much see him dominating Niko Price. Niko Price is an all-right striker, very mid, very much of a journeyman opponent, I would say. And I think Jacoby Smith is going to dominate him. Jacoby Smith got a lot of knockout power. He's coming off that knockout win against Preston Parsons where he absolutely chinned him. In one shot, he was done. And I can see him doing the same thing to Niko Price. Niko Price is coming off that loss against Garimbo where he didn't look terrible, but he pretty much just got dominated, kind of beat up that whole fight. Niko Price, I think, gets put out in this fight. I think Jacoby Smith's going to come right at him, keep the pressure on him, keep coming forward, and just nail him with some big shots. I could probably potentially see this fight ending in the first round, and I think Jacoby Smith is going to get it done. The odds are super wide on this fight. Niko Price is sitting at the plus 900 underdog, and Jacoby Smith is the minus 1800 favorite. So a lot of people are thinking the same way as me, and I do see Jacoby Smith getting it done. He's going to KO him. Niko Price is getting flatlined in this fight. I can't see nothing else. Next fight of the night, we got Diniz versus Alvin Hines. Alvin Hines is coming from LFA. Nothing special about him, really. I don't think he's that great. He's 7-0. He's very flat-footed on the feet. He kind of walks forward very slowly. I think he's there to get hit. He keeps his he stands pretty square in my opinion. I think Diniz is going to be able to touch him up on the feet, and I don't see Alvin Hines being able to get this fight to the ground that well. Diniz is coming off that loss against Topuria, where at the beginning of the fight, we could say he kind of dropped Topuria. He hurt him with a decent shot, but then Topuria, he kind of dropped and went in for a takedown. But then Diniz was pretty much getting dominated. Diniz was getting pounded out from full mount, just getting beat down, elbowed left and right, and then he ended up losing that fight. But in this fight against Alvin Hines, I think Diniz is going to get it done. Do I see him finishing Alvin Hines? Potentially. I don't know. Could we see a decision? Maybe. But I'm going Diniz to get it done. I think Alvin Hines is overrated. I don't think he's good. He's fought pretty much all cans. And even against those cans, I don't think he's all right. I don't think he's looked that great. He's kind of lethargic on the feet. I think he kind of just walks forward and he's there to get hit. I think Diniz is going to beat him up. Diniz is sitting at a minus 300 favorite, and Alvin Hines is the plus 250 in this fight. I think Diniz should be able to get it done. I think Diniz has fought better opponents, better fighters, and I think Alvin Hines is just kind of a stepping stone, and I think Diniz is going to beat him up. So I'm going Diniz to get it done. Next fight of the night, we got Cedricus Dumas versus Jackson McVey, who's also coming from LFA. So McVey is coming from LFA. He hasn't fought anybody. He's fought a lot of bums, a lot of opponents. Cedricus Dumas, on the other hand, he has fought better fighters. He's been in there with tougher opponents. But in this fight, I'm going Jackson McVey. I think Jackson McVey gets it done. He's got decent southpaw striking. He does good work from the clinch. I like the way he brings up his knees from the tie clinch. He throws those good elbows from inside. Cedricus Dumas, he's coming off that loss against Michael Oleksiejczuk. I'm not good at saying that name, Oleksiejczuk. But in that fight, he was getting walked down. Oleksiejczuk was throwing those big overhand shots and was eventually able to finish him and pound him out and get the TKO win. And in this fight, I'm going Jackson McVey to get it done. Cedricus Dumas, he's an all-right striker. He's decent from range, but I don't think there's anything too impressive about him. He's got that win against Tululin, but Tululin is all right. He's decent, but I think Cedricus Dumas is not locked in right now. Dumas, he just recently was arrested, so I don't think he's really that locked in to the fight game right now, and I think this young 26-year-old Jackson McVey is going to come out there and look very well in this fight. I think he's going to come at Dumas, touch him up with some big shots on the feet, get him in the clinch, start kneeing him, start throwing those big elbows, And I could see McVey getting a finish. Dumas, I don't like seeing that he was arrested. It's not a good look in my opinion. I think it shows that he's not super focused on what he's doing in the fight game. This kid, Jackson McVey, I think is a very hungry, young, up-and-coming kid. And I think he's going to get the win over Dumas in this one. The odds, we got Dumas is the plus 115 underdog, and McVey is actually the minus 135 favorite. And I think McVey could get it done. I think he's going to have the slight range advantage. He's standing a little taller than him. I think he's got good boxing on the feet. I think he's going to be able to touch Dumas up with some decent shots, get him in that clinch, and I think he wins this fight. So I'm going Jackson McVey to get it done. Next fight of the night, we got Terrence McKinney versus Vladislav Borshchev. I'm going Terrence McKinney. Borshchev, he's all right. He's got decent kickboxing. He's got good head movement, decent takedown defense, but I don't know. I think Terrence McKinney is going to be too fast for him. I think we're going to see Terrence McKinney come out very fast, throw some very fast combinations, touch up Borshchev on the feet. Borshchev, he's probably going to try to come in, clinch him up, try to maybe potentially get this fight to the ground, I would say. But I think Terrence McKinney is going to be too fast. I think he's a little quicker on the feet. I think he's going to be able to string his combinations together pretty well. And I can see him getting it done. I don't see a finish, though. I think Borshchev is pretty tough. So I'm going to go Terrence McKinney by a decision. I just think Terrence McKinney, I think he's a solid striker. I think his takedown defense is all right as well. And I can see him beating up Borshchev in this fight. The odds, we got McKinney sitting at the minus 172 favorite, and Borshchev is the plus 147. Borshchev, I mean, could he sit in the pocket and trade a little bit with McKinney? Maybe, but I don't know. I think he's going to be getting touched up. I think Terrence McKinney's a little too fast, and I think he's more skilled in my opinion, so I'm going Terrence McKinney to get it done. Next fight of the night, we got Viviane Araujo versus Tracy Cortez. This fight could be close, but Viviane Araujo, she likes kind of keeping the fights at range, using her distance and trying to touch her opponents up from the outside. She likes bouncing, staying on the outside. Tracy Cortez, decent in the pocket, but I like her ground game in this fight. I think she's going to have better ground than Araujo. Even on the feet, I think Tracy Cortez is faster. I'm going Tracy Cortez to get the win here. Cortez, she's coming off that loss against Namajunas. Viviane Araujo, could she beat Tracy Cortez? I don't know. I'm not sold on Araujo. Tracy Cortez, I think, gets it done in this fight. I think she's going to be quicker than Araujo. I think she's going to be able to touch her up on the feet. Even in the ground game, I think Tracy Cortez got better ground, better jiu-jitsu. So I see Tracy Cortez being able to beat Araujo. I'm gonna go Tracy Cortez to get it done by a decision. The odds, we got Araujo is sitting at the plus 210, and Cortez is the minus 250 underdog. Or Araujo is the plus 210 underdog, and Cortez the minus 250 favorite. Tracy Cortez in this fight, I think, is just going to be one step ahead. I think she's going to be able to touch Araujo on the feet, use some quick combinations, and I can ultimately see her just getting this fight to the ground and beating her up from there. Could we see her get a submission win? I don't think so. I think Tracy Cortez is going to be able to get this fight done by a decision. I think she's the better fighter. I'm going Cortez to get it done. Next fight of the night, we got Amil versus Jose Delgado. And in this fight, we got Amil, who I would say is a very pressure-heavy style. He likes kind of coming forward and trying to throw big looping shots. He kind of gets sloppy at times when he mixes in his combinations. But he does like to come in, throw quick combinations, and keep on that front foot and kind of like drown out his opponents. He likes kind of coming on in the later rounds, I would say, when his opponents start kind of feeling the wear of the fight. But in this fight, Delgado, I like his striking. He's very, very slick and technical on the feet. He can switch from both sides and fight off of either side. And I think in this fight, we're going to see Jose Delgado piece up Amil. I think Delgado is going to be the better striker in this fight. I think he's got quick hands, quick kicks, and I think he's explosive with his shots. And I see Amil getting tagged up when he's coming forward. And I'm going to go Jose Delgado to get a finish in this fight. Amil, I think he leaves himself open. I think he leaves his chin there to get hit. I think he kind of stays square, sitting on that center line, and he likes constant pressure, so he tries to wear his opponents down, but in this fight, I don't think that's going to matter. I think Delgado's going to catch him when he's coming in, and I see Delgado being able to finish Amil. The odds on this fight, we got Amil sitting at a plus 140. Delgado is the minus 160 favorite, and I think Delgado's going to be the better fighter. I think he's going to be the better fighter. I don't think Amil's going to be able to use his grappling to get Delgado to the ground. I think Delgado is just going to kind of piece him apart, ping him up on the feet, and beat him up. So I'm going Jose Delgado to get it done. I think he catches Hyder Amil when Amil's coming in, trying to come forward on him. Next fight of the night, we got Jack Hermansson versus Gregory Rodrigues. In this fight, I'm going Rodrigues to get it done. I think Rodrigues is too strong. I think he's too powerful, and I think he's going to finish Jack Hermansson. Jack Hermansson, his best bet is if he can somehow make it out the first round and even the second round, I would say. Rodrigues might, if it goes into the later rounds, we do see him slow down a bit. In his last fight, he did lose to Jared Cannonier. But if we remember, at the beginning of the fight in the first round, he was absolutely touching up Jared Cannonier on the feet, dropping him left and right. And in this fight against Jack Hermansson, I don't think Hermansson is as tough as Jared Cannonier. Jack Hermansson is a tough son of a bitch, but I don't see him being tough enough to take the shots at Gregory Rodrigues. I think Rodrigues in this fight is going to come forward at Jack Hermansson in that first round, and I think we see him finishing him early. Jack Hermansson, he kind of likes staying on the outside. He's got decent kickboxing, likes staying at range, and he's very patient, likes waiting to throw his punches. I would say he's kind of more of a counter puncher. He's got decent leg kicks that he mixes in, but his grappling is very solid. I would say Jack Hermansson, could he string together the takedowns and beat up Gregory Rodrigues on the ground? No, I don't think so. I think Gregory Rodrigues is going to be too strong. I don't think Hermansson is going to be able to get the fight to the ground, and I think on the feet Rodrigues is a serious problem for Hermansson. I think Rodrigues is going to walk through Jack Hermansson and just put the pace on him early and just connect with some big shots. And I see him finishing Hermansson. I'm going to go first round finish for Rodrigues in this one. The odds, we got Rodrigues sitting at a minus 202 favorite, and Hermansson is the plus 172 underdog. So Gregory Rodrigues, I think he gets it done. I think he chins Hermansson in this fight. I don't think Hermansson is going to be able to take the big right hand of Gregory Rodrigues. So I'm going Rodrigues to get it done by a KO. Next fight of the night, we got Peyton Talbott versus Philippe Lima. And in this fight, I'm going Philippe Lima. I think Lima is better on the feet. Peyton Talbott, yes, I know he's gotten some decent performances where he got that one-punch KO where he caught the leg of Yanez Garamori, and he put him out with a brutal fucking big shot, flatlined him. But in this fight, Peyton Talbott, I think, is going to be outclassed. We saw Peyton Talbott in his last fight against Barcelos where he just got taken down. He wasn't able to string together much on the feet. Do I think that limited him in his ability to string together shit on the feet because he was scared of that takedown? Absolutely. But in this fight, Philippe Lima, he's also got good ground game. So, Peyton Talbott, does he have a better chance with Philippe Lima? I don't know. I don't think so. I think Philippe Lima, even on the feet, is better than Peyton Talbott. Peyton Talbott is going to have the slight height and reach advantage. Peyton Talbott's sitting at 5'10", and Philippe Lima is 5'6". The range, 68-inch reach for Lima, 70-inch reach for Talbott. But on the feet, I think Lima's a little slicker. I think he sits in the pocket better. I think he's a little tighter with his shots. Peyton Talbott, yeah, we saw him do good in his Contender Series fight in his UFC debut. But realistically, he kind of does keep his chin up in the air. He's there to get hit, and I don't see Peyton Talbott being able to beat Lima in this fight. I'm going Lima to get it done. Do I think he can finish Peyton Talbott? I'm not going to say that. I think he gets it done by a decision. But I think Lima's going to be better on the feet. I think he's even going to be better on the ground. And I think Lima gets it done. The odds on this fight, we got Lima sitting at a minus 200 favorite. And Peyton Talbott is the plus 170 underdog. So, I think the Jungle Boy gets it done over Lima. Peyton Talbott, they're feeding him a fucking savage here. They don't give a fuck about Peyton Talbott no more. They don't care about building him up. If they did, they wouldn't be giving him Felipe Lima in this fight, because I think Felipe Lima is very skilled, and he's going to be too skilled for Peyton Talbott. And I think Felipe Lima gets it done here. Next fight of the night, we got Beneil Dariush versus Renato Moicano. This was a hard fight for me to choose. I was very back and forth. Moicano, I think people are thinking he's going to have the stand-up advantage against Dariush. But when you really look at Moicano's striking, it's all right. It's nothing special. I think Beneil Dariush is going to be able to sit with him on the feet. I don't see Beneil Dariush getting knocked out. The ground game, Moicano is decent from the top control. He's decent at getting the fights to the ground, but that is with lesser opponents. I don't think he's going to be able to control Dariush on the ground. I think Dariush potentially has the better, not even potentially, I think Beneil Dariush does have the better jiu-jitsu, better ground game. I don't see Moicano being able to fully chin him and fuck him up on the feet. So I think I'm going Beneil Dariush in this fight. I like Dariush to get it done. I think that southpaw striking, he's going to be even, I think he even can catch Moicano on the feet with some decent shots. Moicano, I don't think he's going to be able to ping him apart on the feet. I don't think he's going to be able to control him on the ground. And I think Dariush is going to be, I think Beneil Dariush is going to look better in there. I think the Beneil Dariush gets it done here. Am I leaning to a finish for Beneil? I kind of want to say yes. I think Beneil Dariush could finish Moicano. Moicano, his best bet is if he can somehow absolutely beat up Beneil Dariush on the feet. But I don't see that happening. I don't see Dariush being controlled on the ground. I don't see him being controlled on the feet. And I see Beneil Dariush winning this fight. And I'm going to go Beneil Dariush to get a finish. I think he's going to submit Moicano in this fight. I think he gets it done. Moicano, I don't like him to win this fight. I'm going Dariush to get it done. The odds, very even line. Dariush is the minus 104. Moicano sitting at a minus 116. So close odds on this one, but I think Dariush is going to get it done. I like him to win. I think he's got decent striking. I like his ground game. And I don't think Moicano is going to have this big advantage on the feet like some people are thinking. And I think Dariush is going to be able to win the fight. Next fight of the night, we got Brandon Royval taking on Joshua Van. I do like this matchup. Brandon Royval, very tough. Been in there with a lot of good opponents. Decent striker. Not decent. Very solid striker. Good at range. He's good at stringing his combos together, and he likes keeping the distance, throwing those straight shots, and touching his opponents up from the outside. His grappling, solid grappler. Joshua Van on the other side, he likes coming forward, keeping that pressure on his opponents. He's coming off that win against Bruno Silva, where he was able to finish him. And I like Joshua Van to win this fight. Joshua Van, I think, is going to be able to deal with Brandon Royval. I know Joshua Van is taking this fight on short notice. He just fought 2 weeks ago on the O'Malley card. But I think he's still going to be in shape. I don't think this isn't a true short notice fight because he was staying ready and he had already had a fight lined up 2 weeks ago. So he's still in shape. He's ready to go. I think Joshua Van is going to come forward on Brandon Royval. Royval is going to try to be mixing in his combinations, keeping the fight at range because he is going to have the reach advantage. He's going to have the slight height advantage as well. But in this fight, I think Joshua Van is going to break Brandon Royval. I think Joshua Van is going to come forward on Royval, keep that pressure, mixing those body shots, and I think he's going to ping him apart on the feet. I think Brandon Royval is going to get pieced up in this fight. I think Joshua Van comes forward. You're going to keep that pressure. We might see the first round be, competitive. Royval is going to stay at range, try to touch up Joshua Van from the outside. But Joshua Van ain't going to back down. He's going to keep coming forward, keep keeping that pressure on him. And eventually, I think we'll see Brandon Royval start feeling the fucking pressure. That fucking pressure starts breaking people. And I think Joshua Van gets it done. Joshua Van's going to keep coming forward, break Brandon Royval. And I'm going to go... Let's go a late finish. Give me a late finish for Joshua Van. Give me the third round. I think Joshua Van gets it done. I think Royval's chin's there to get hit as well. I think Joshua Van's going to bring in those body shots, then bring it up to the head and crack Brandon Royval in the feet. And the odds on this fight, we got Royval sitting at a plus 105 underdog. Van is the minus 125 favorite. And I like Joshua Van to get it done. I like Joshua Van. I like his style. I like the way he comes at his opponents. I like the way he mixes in his body shots. I like the way he mixes it up all around. I like his takedown defense, and I don't see him losing this fight to Brandon Royval. So I'm going Joshua Van to get a finish over Brandon Royval in this one. Next fight of the night, we got Alexandre Pantoja taking on Kai Kara France. I know what a lot of you people are thinking. You're thinking, oh, Alex Pantoja is going to be too much for Kai Kara France. Is he? I don't think so. I don't know if I'm fucking crazy, but I'm going Kai Kara France to get it done. Yes, I know Pantoja's got some mean grappling, and he could probably, could he grind out a decision win and just hold Kara France on the ground? Maybe. But something in me has been telling me to go Kai Kara France, and I like him to win this fight. I'm going Kara France to get it done in this one. I think he's going to be able to beat Pantoja. Pantoja on the feet is all right. He kind of just walks forward at his opponents. He does tend to get hit a little bit. Kai Kara France, he's coming off that good knockout win against Steve Erceg, where he chinned him with a nice, he switched his stance and came in with a big overhand shot. And could we see Pantoja get chinned in this fight? I'm going to say yes. I think Kai Kara France is going to be able to touch Pantoja on the feet. Pantoja, obviously, I know his grappling's good. Y'all are going to be saying Pantoja's going to fucking beat up Kai Kara France. If I'm wrong on this one, I'm wrong. But I don't know. I'm feeling Kai Kara France. I'm going that Maori fucking spirit inside of him. And I think he's going to fucking beat Alexander Pantoja in this fight. I don't think Pantoja is as good as he seems. I think Pantoja is going to lose this fight against Kara France. I think Kara France is going to come at him, throw some fucking mean shots on the feet. Pantoja is going to be trying to get the fight to the ground, where he might get it to the ground at points, but I think Kara France is going to get up and be able to string together some shit on the feet, and I think he beats Alexander Pantoja in this fight. So I'm going Kai Kara France to get it done. The odds, we got Kara France sitting at a plus 212. And Pantoja is sitting at a minus 252 favorite. But I like Kara France to win the fight. I don't know if I'm fucking nuts. I don't know if I'm crazy. But for some reason, I'm thinking Kai Kara France can win this. I think he can string together some stuff on the feet. And I'm going him to win. You know, sometimes you can't go against that Maori spirit. All right? Those guys were fucking nuts. Those were savage warriors back in the day. So I'm going Kara France to get it done. I think he's got what it takes to win this fight, and I think he can become champ right here. So I'm going Kara France to beat Alexandre Pantoja in this fight. Let's get it. Kara France, baby. Now, on to the main event. We got Ilia Topuria taking on Charles Oliveira. And I'm not going Charles Oliveira, if that's what you're thinking. I'm going Ilia Topuria in this fight. Ilia Topuria, he's going to be able to get it done. He's going to be able to come forward, string together those combinations. And realistically, I think he's going to chin Charles Oliveira in this fight. Charles Oliveira, his best bet is if he can somehow keep Topuria off of him, throw those front kicks, keep him at range, bring that teep up in the center. But I don't really see him being able to do that. I ain't going to lie. I think Topuria is going to be walking him down, stringing those body shots together, bringing it up to the head, and I think he's going to catch Oliveira. We've seen Oliveira getting cracked before. He got cracked by fucking Michael Chandler, almost knocked out. Topuria, I think, should handle Oliveira in this fight. Oliveira, he lost that split decision to Sarukian. Before that, he was able to beat Dariush, coming off that win against Chandler. So, Charles Oliveira, he's got decent Muay Thai, decent at range. Topuria's, I think his boxing is going to be too good in this one. And I don't see Charles Oliveira being able to execute his combinations well in the feet. I think Ilia Topuria is just going to come at him and nail him with some big shots. Charles Oliveira, he does got good ground game, good jiu-jitsu. Could we see him submit Ilia Topuria somehow? Not if he's knocked out on the fucking canvas. We can't. So I'm going Ilia Topuria to get it done. I think he chins Charles Oliveira. I think Topuria is just too good right now, and I think he gets it done. The odds, we got Oliveira sitting at a plus 350, and Topuria is the minus 450 favorite. And I think that's reasonable because I think Topuria is going to chin him. And I can't see nothing else. I can't convince myself of thinking Charles Oliveira could get the win here. So I'm thinking Charles Oliveira gets knocked out in this fight. Topuria is going to come at him like a fucking beast, like the matador that he is. He's going to come at him, beat him up. And I think he chins Charles Oliveira. He's going to come out there, mix in some body shots, throw that left hook down low, come over with a big right hand, and I think he fucking chins him. So I'm going Ilia Topuria to knock out Charles Oliveira in the first round. So those are my full card predictions for UFC 317. And let me know what you guys think of my predictions. Make sure you comment it down below if you disagree or if you agree. And make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.